Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back for another Total War video with the Terminator. Shogun 2 and especially Fall of the Samurai have a really special place in my heart, and I know I haven't covered too many mods for them just yet apart from Darthmod and Last Alliance, but I guess that's in a way a testament to how well the vanilla gameplay actually is in these games. Now that being said, there is one mod for Shogun 2 that's recently come to my attention that I just have to do this spotlight video for, because not only does it add some brilliant new factions, but the mod also expands the campaign map to cover all of Korea and mainland China. So in this video, we'll be exploring everything you need to know about Morning Sun for Shogun 2, a mod that despite some bugs here and there delivers a campaign map that is almost unmatched with factions that I think loads of people would enjoy playing. If you're a big fan of Shogun 2, I guarantee this mod is the perfect reason to get back into the game and check it out. So let's get started. Morning Sun was years in development with, as far as I'm aware, the latest version 3.2 just released over a year ago. The objective of the mod is to deliver a Shogun 2 set in 1582, but with the additions of China and Korea, with dozens more provinces in these new areas, new factions, minor and major, like the Ming Dynasty and Korea itself, with unique rosters and characters, technologies, and more. All of this done to fully capture the true scope of geopolitical struggles at the time and give players a real chance of experiencing an expanded Shogun 2. Now, starting off with the only caveat that comes with this mod is some of the new areas are quite bare bones. There are little to no terrain features on the campaign map, some settlements like models especially on the far western side are missing, and so compared to how things look in Japan, it can seem a little bit on the underwhelming side. But that is greatly overshadowed by the fact that you have two new major superpowers, both economically and militarily on the map, that you can play as, or as one of the Japanese factions you'll probably have to deal with as you grow your empire. Of the new factions outside of base game vanilla, we have the Ming Dynasty in China, Joseon Dynasty in Korea, the Isen Gyoro clan, the Mongolian Yuan Khanate, the Chiefdom of Bozu, the Jurchen tribe of Hadanara, the Nangang Dynasty, and last but not least, the Uyghurs of the West. All of them come with unique starting circumstances, great unit rosters, technologies, buildings, and you have to admit, there are some really interesting factions here to get stuck into. The Ming Dynasty obviously has a lot of land to play with and can pretty much expand wherever it likes with little to no resistance. Being the Chinese faction to play in the mod, you get some really great units and lots of potential even to invade Japan. This pretty much goes the same for the Joseon Dynasty of Korea, but with potentially more threats to its north and the obvious Chinese threat to the west. Apart from these two stellar faction choices are the Mongolian Yuan Khanate, who by all means could begin sweeping south and wreaking havoc on the Middle Kingdom, and of course we have the Uyghurs, which I've never seen in a Total War game before, so could potentially be a great faction to get into and start taking advantage of China's weaker western borders. So you can see that this mod doesn't just expand the campaign map, which is a major accomplishment on its own, but it also adds some really great factions to get stuck into, replayable factions to expand territory in different ways, ally with different factions, and wage total war. I think whenever I played Shogun 2, I always daydreamed a little when I looked over to the empty Chinese and Korean territories. But this map does an excellent job of filling them in and making that dream come true, making it all truly enjoyable to play. Campaign balance is in a good place, and it's all extremely stable as far as overhaul mods like this go, by the way. All the factions have completely reworked technology trees, and though the cards have stayed the same here, their effects, the buildings, the units they unlock, etc. have all been done really well, so that's a huge plus for me. The building chains have been reworked as well, so that playing as the Ming Dynasty, for example, you get access to buildings like surveillance and administration centers, rice fields, and imperial ports, which are all really unique. And finally, we also get a large range of gunpowder recruitment buildings, which open up the rosters to some great new playstyles, especially early pike and shot. All in all, the Morning Sun campaign is almost exactly what you would wish for from a mod like this, with a level of high quality work that honestly impresses me. It's a shame that some of the western settlements are invisible due to a bug and that victory conditions haven't been reworked yet, but the pros greatly outweigh these cons to create a historically authentic, visually stunning mod that I could come back to again and again for a new campaign. Now, looking over at the battles, guys, I have to say, if you thought the campaign looked good, wait till you see this. All 24 playable factions, including the Japanese factions FYI, have access to a wide range of new units from Mongolian cavalry, Chinese pikemen, or Korean artillery. The unit rosters vary greatly from faction to faction, of course, but in this mod, something that's really cool is that you can recruit from other cultures. Now, the only caveat here is these units from other cultures won't perform as well as your native units, right? But the expanded rosters still give you some great opportunities for unique gameplay. Not only that, but as this is a later start date compared to vanilla Shogun 2, you also get access to pikemen, as I mentioned earlier, and gunpowder units and artillery, so that you could even try and attempt some early versions of pike and shot warfare with some amount of success, which I have to admit is really exciting. And when I say gunpowder units, I mean it, guys. Every faction at a certain technological and military level will have access to musketeers, gunners, fire lances, gunner cavalry, and bigger siege weapons like cannons, which is amazing. All this work extends out to naval warfare as well, by the way, so while you might start off with some light warships and bow ships to begin with, in time you'll have access to large patrol ships and gunships capable of firing off large volleys of cannonballs. And of course, some factions are better equipped to do this than others, so as the Korean faction, you'll have access to a larger naval roster than the Ming Dynasty, for example. Finally, it's worth saying that all these new units, all of these rosters look absolutely fantastic. From shield design to the pike and shot style helmets, and the difference in style, for example, between northern Chinese border guards and southern border guards. Even the naval units, though still quite vanilla, look a bit different and unique. This effort to make the new factions and their rosters especially feel authentic in the battles makes the mod even more complete and immersive, and that is a great thing. Unit visuals is perhaps a more minor feature compared to everything else that's been accomplished here so far, but the meticulous work and the attention to detail here should be praised. Overall, Morning Sun delivers an expanded Shogun 2 that really is everyone's dream come true. Whether you play as the Ming Dynasty, the Koreans, Mongols, Uyghurs, or the Japanese factions, I guarantee you will have a really good time and truly appreciate the work that's gone into making this mod what it is today. And that's it for today, guys. I've dropped a link below to the ModDB page, which currently has version 3.2. It's a super easy installation. All you need to do is download the zipped file, unzip and move the 3 files into your Shogun 2 data folder. In Mod Manager, you tick them off and you're good to go. Just be aware there is a version 3.3, so I've linked that below as well. It's on the Total War Center page, but it seems like a small hotfix more than anything, so I think you're good to go either way. I hope you've enjoyed the video and found it informative. Please do leave a like and let me know your thoughts or questions in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you think about this brilliant mod. Don't forget to subscribe for more Total War content, gameplay, and news, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.